What's goody? What's goody? I'm talking about my trade plan in digital format. This is what my trade plan looks like. I've mentioned my trade plan, but this is what it actually looks like, and this is what I look at every single day. And it's just been created now because I like to see my plan right next to my ledger. I know what I'm doing in the day, and now I see, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I just reorganized it. I'm super happy about it, and I just want to show you about it. Okay, let's start. Updated December 6th. Yes, that's today. Now, the motto is fade shitty trades, ride good ones. As you will see in this trade plan, I'm taking the good trades, and I've compartmentalized the good trades and what makes the trade good. This protecting free space of 3. It's proportionate. It's wide enough. It's high and tight. It's recency of 2-3. All these things that mean something to me. All of these traits that make this trade good, I put it in one spot, in one compartment, on the left side. On this Venn diagram, I put it on the left side. Now, what about all those traits that make the trade bad? I put it on the right side. Now, what I do is, instead of taking only the good trades, and I have to be so patient, instead of watching these shitty trades pass, I'm going to short these shitty trades. I'm going to fade them. I'm going to put my target where my stop is. And instead of going long, I'm going short. And I'm going to try to eat them. Eat them for lunch. Because I know if I take the shitty trades, I usually lose. So why not take the opposite? And that's what I'm planning to do now. Let's begin. It's really simple. I have my motto. I have my business rules, which is Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 noon. I cancel all and flatten all. That means no positions past 11:59 a.m. Why do I do that? It's not because I'm in a good trade. I shouldn't get out. That's right. I shouldn't get out. And I don't recommend this. But I've known to have a really, really bad problem with boundaries. I trade and goes into my life, and I allow it into my life, and it messes my life up. I don't like that. So I'm going to say a stiff arm to trading. Say, fuck you, mate. I'm only doing with you 7 a.m. till noon. Noon, you're out of my life. It's over. It's over. I don't care if you're singing and dancing in front of me. I don't know. I don't care if you're at 2R and you're running up to 3R. I don't care. I'm out. Done. Don't talk to me again. And I'm putting trading in its fucking place, mate. And it's necessary for me. So that's why I'm done at noon. Now, session must be at least for 1.5 hours. So if I start at, I just have to go for at least 1.5 hours, okay? If I'm feeling it that day, I can cancel. I can be done. I can. I allow myself to be done. It's just like working out. You work out, and not every. I mark every workout I ever do, starting in last year. So it's been about a year doing this. I track how good my workout was. Did I do a 1, 2, or 3? A 3 is when I went all out. I'm exhausted. I put my soul is left in the puddle of sweat on the floor. That's where my soul is. And that is a 3. Not every workout can be a 3. And neither can trading. Not every trading day can be all out like that. And I'm willing to be ebbs and flows with my own self. And so not everything in this world is mechanical. Some things I can be done when I feel like I'm done. And I allow myself the freedom to do that. As long as you work for 1.5 hours, and as long as if you show up at 11 a.m. and you trade till noon, you can't do that. I can't do that. That's less than 1.5 hours. That part of it is mechanical. You can't just tune in with a fucking half hour to squeeze in. Like, no, you're not trading. You got to be more prepared than that. And I understand that, and that's why that rule is written. But there is no rule that writes that say you have to trade the entire time. I had that in there. I deleted it. Now I have myself the freedom. Now, moving on, we got symbols. We got ES, gold, and oil. We're trading those 3 symbols. They're not correlated. They're good. Now, maximum one open trade per symbol. That means if I'm long ES, I can't. Oh, I see another setup to go long ES. You can't go long ES again. You can't. I'm not doing that. Because I tried that the other day and I felt weird about it. Wait, I'm too long ES now. I'm double size. Yes, the stop losses are independent of each other, but they're independent trades, but still, if it's one big red candle, that is one occurrence that sets me back 2 trades. That's not right. So that's why I maximized one open trade per symbol. Absolutely. Next is the daily stop loss, 60 apples. An apple is $25 for me. 60 apples is $1,500. I allow myself to lose in a day and I'm done. Now, I have never been a good daily stop loss adherence guy. When I'm down 1,500, I think I can make it back. So, but I'm well aware of my own limitations with that, and we got to be prepared to take our freaking loss on the day. Next, position sizing, 7 apples per trade, normal and bunts. I already talked about this, but we're taking good trades and bad trades. We're taking the bad trades. That's right, we are taking the bad trades. We're just taking them in the opposite way. It's not simple. So we take the same number of trades, roughly, but now it's getting smaller and smaller number of trades because I have placed really, really tight traits that these trades must have. Okay? Now, moving on. We're risking 7 apples per trade, and then on the bunt, we're risking 3R to make 1R. Okay, on the normal trades, we are trailing every R. So it goes 1R, I trail my stop to break even. It goes 2R, I trail my stop to 1R, so on and so forth until infinity. Now, I will add size every R increment as well, half size every R increment to infinity. I have never reached past 3R, and it's been 4 days. Very unlikely to ever go past like really far, like 10, 12 hour. I mean, there's no way I'm probably going to ever capture a 10 hour doing this because I smother the shit out of price, but there might be a possibility that it does happen, and that would be great. I tell you what, I'll show you right now why I'm doing it is because of this. You see this curve? This curve is at 0R, then it goes to 10R at the end. I tell you what, by adding to the position and trailing my stop, I'm locking in along this road. So it goes up, I'm locking it in. It goes up more, I'm locking it in. Goes up more, I'm locking it in. And it just makes sense to me that if it chooses to go in one direction on the small time frames that I'm in and really pushes, I lock in exponential return and it went down again. Okay, I'm out. And I just captured a 9 or 8R, something that rarely happens, but I'm telling you right now, I captured 21R at 8R. 21R at 8R. That's how the math works. And that's why I'm doing the trail, stop, and add, trail and add at the same time, trail and add. That's what I'm interested in. Now, that's what I'm doing for the normal trades, the bunts. It's looking like this. It looks like this. This zone, I actually have one on right now in the simulator because what is it? It's the afternoon. I don't trade the afternoons, but I can practice. There ain't nothing wrong with practicing. I'm not trading live right now. So this zone I determined was shitty because it's low. It's outside local distal line. That's as good. That's in the middle. So now let's go to my setups. I'll show you this. Go back to the chart. I just want to make sure we can see why we're doing this. The outside local distal line, OLDL, and protecting free space is in the middle. That means both the good trades and the bad trades share these traits. In this zone, it's outside local distal line, which is right there, which means nothing to anybody, but I can explain it right now. It's a drop, base, drop. Okay, that's what I see. And this, where the base comes back up and then releases, that's a local distal line. That's a local distal line for me. And then behind the zone, there's free space. In this case, if you drag the zone up from the distal line, there's about free space of 1 1 risk box. That means protecting free space of 1. Okay, that's low. That's not much free space. You see this big bar right here? That's a huge free space. That's humongous free space. That's what I like. Now, I've determined this trade is shite. Why is it shite? It's because it's narrow. It's only 2 points wide. It's narrow, small magnitude. It's low, which means its leg out is bigger than the leg in. The leg in is protecting free space of 1, which is small, which is not good. And that's it. Now, the only trades that I have, the traits that I have to short it, to bunt it, is narrow, low, and less than or equal to 1, protecting free space of 1. And that's what this trade is. Therefore, I chose to bunt this. Instead of shorting here, I long here. I long right now. My target is where my stop loss would be, where the start of the base is. That's my trade. That is it. That's why I'm doing this. Oops. That's it, you know? So now I see that instead of, you know, the other day I was trading and then I'm like, oh, when do I take the trade? When do I not? I'm not really sure. Well, now I know that must have all traits. If the trade is not low, if the trade is not narrow, if it's low and protecting free space of 1 but not narrow, then I do not bunt the trade. It has to be small, it has to be low, it has to be small free space. That's when I bunt the trade. And of course, it has to have outside local distal line and free protecting free space. It needs these traits too because they're in the middle. Now the good trades don't come around as often. I'm just going to say that. The good trades do not come around as often. I don't know why. It just is what it is. But that's why I choose to bunt the trades. And I'll tell you what. I'm not timing if we want to trade the good trades or bad trades. Like, I just see what it comes in to be. Oh, there's a bad trade. I'm bunting this one. Oh, this is a good trade. I'm taking this one right. It's like 75% bunts. It's way more bunts than good trades. It's so many more shitty trades than good trades, and I'm just trying to collect tax on these shitty trades because I know that if I'm trading these trades, I usually lose. I'm telling you, I usually lose on them. So that's why I'm trying to do the opposite right there. So that's it. That's my trade plan, and I cannot stress enough that position sizing is the the foundational part of this building. This building will not stand without, I don't know, a foundation that's flat, you know? I tell you what, mate, position sizing is one of the most important things I've ever can do. Ever. Position sizing. Which is not really relatable, but that is part inside my plan for sure. But, you know, this is it. I love my setups. I love how it's organized. I got orange, green, purple, and blue. That's the only setups that I got going on. That's all I got going on, mate, you know, and that's it. And I love my setups, man. I love them. And I love trading, bro. I love trading. And now I'm organized and I got everything squared away. I really do. And this all means something to me. You know, it's clear. It's left or right. It's clear, mate. It's so clear that when I should take a trade and when I'm not. And not too long ago, I'm not sure if I should really take it, but this is sure now. I need these traits. Every trade I take, I write down the description. This one's a 5-minute holding split, wide, low, not protecting free space, recency of 2.3, magnitude 2.1, X score of 1.25, outside local distal line. This is a good trade. Why? Because it's low, right there. Not protecting free space is right there. And outside local distal line is right there. What else? We got low, not protecting free space, and outside local distal line. That's good. And that's why it's in there. The only problem is it doesn't have narrow and micro, but If it's also super duper 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 wide, if it's a wide trait, it's not, oops, gosh. I think it's bad. I think it's bad. You can take a look at it. A169, it's bad because look at this holding split. You see this holding split? It's huge. It's huge. This is a good holding split for this proportion, but this is huge. Not protecting free space. We would bunt those zones. We would bunt that. And what ended up happening was it slices through it. It goes through it. And that we get paid for that. We get paid for that right there. That we get paid for. And we don't need price to go very far. I'm not asking much of price. And the price has to go all the way up to here to stop me out, to 3R to stop me out. I feel comfortable with that, and we collect tax. We collect them. And I must say, I feel really nice. I feel really good about the trade plan. The only thing that I have to figure out is just to be, stable, man. Look, stick to this, what we got going on right now. Just don't mess it up, man. Just try to be taking the setups that we planned out, take it with the correct position sizing that we planned out, take it on the same symbol that we planned out. Oh, it's 12 noon, I'm done. It's not that hard. We have it set up for us, mate. You just listen to it. You just listen to it, mate. And it's so exciting to see. It really is. I love it. I love my trade plan. There are many like it, but this one is mine, mate. This one is mine. All right? So I urge everybody to get organized, to have position sizing on lock. How much risk you're supposed to have on, you better know that. How are you executing your exits? You better know that ahead of time. You have to know. You have to know it. Otherwise, it is a sea of ups and downs, and we're not sure which lifeboat we can hold on to because they sink. And then it's like, wait, what's going on here? Like, it's craziness. It's absolute madness. Okay? And we have to be stable, mate. We have to be stable. And I'm more of a hypocrite with this too, mate. Don't you worry. I got flaws, mate. I got big flaws. I big oversized man. I oversize my trades. Why am I oversized? My goodness. Why am I oversized right now? Oh, because I want to make it back. Mate. Just stick to your system, mate. You can do it, mate. I know you can. I know you can. All right. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. Yeah, peace.